The barbs are definitely doing braiding things right now. All right, so I still got these to paint for the racks, but the tanks are all done. Which brings me over here to my table. So this is where I do my shipping, and then this is my desk, kind of my command center. But I want to, from my fridge and then this cabinet, add another top. That way I could bring the desk, computer over there, and then this will all be build area and shipping. So that'll give me a lot more space, just adding this little bit. So saying that, I've got my pieces cut here, and I need to get them stained to match. Then I've got to build a little thing for this refrigerator here. And that's all plumbing parts for the fry rack. These are just valves. Lots of valves, which these things are not cheap. All stained up. Next step, get the sides glued in here and get the knobs measured and drilled out. Need knobs. All right, now time to flip the door on this refrigerator. If you didn't know, you can flip doors on refrigerators. So you just turn it upside down, you flip these over. These got little plugs in it. Pretty dusty for a new fridge. Boom. I gotta do the bottom. A little different under here. Had to remove the little foot. I'll have to remove these and match it up over there. So just pretty much switching one side to another, no matter what it is. They're made for that. All right, that piece is moved over from here. Finally, time to get the last plywood pieces painted, and it's not 100 degrees out. Feel spoiled now. Now, before we get this table started, I gotta replace this electric box. This one's got the wings, that one doesn't. Gotta do that real quick. Done. So this is crazy, getting invaded by these caterpillars. Look, there's a bunch of them on this plant. I picked off a couple of their buddies. Some bigger ones. So yeah, go hunting for those. I found a bunch of them in this bacopa. Look how big them poops are. That's some big poops. They're in my crystal red caridina tank, and I was wondering why the water was getting so cloudy. Which the shrimp are doing fine, so it goes to show how not sensitive those are. The main thing with caridina shrimp is they have acidity for the molt. Well, it started raining. Had to run the boards in real quick. Quick flash flood rain. Alright, since it's raining, might as well get Lady LRB her bathtub bag. So we're gonna pull all the snails out of here, clean this all up and out. Managed to get a nice little clump and chunk Some tiger valve. I know I got diatoms all over the front of this, but I don't worry about that. It'll actually naturally clear itself up eventually. Believe it or not. All the Root 2s down there. Crazy how many there is. And everybody in the quarantine's all doing well. I do have cyanobacteria in these 2 tanks, so I'll have to get some general cure to take care of that. This half beaks. Some of the axolotls leftover shrimp food. Some rice fish. Those roots are getting crazy in there. Pogo stemming. Ah, much better. I'm glad I could salvage it. That would have been bad. Back to the desk. Gotta get the tops cut. People top cut. Use a little white wax chalk to help fix all the little damages. All right, next step. Got to build a platform over here to make this level. I'm gonna have to cut a 2x4 down right at length. Make a base around. Well, new day, getting these finished. Hopefully, weather's looking good. So should hopefully be able to get these done. As far as building this base up, instead of ripping some 2x4, I'm gonna stack 2 of the melamine board and a piece of plywood, which will level me right where I need to be. I don't know, this piece like fits perfectly, so I'd have to do like no cutting. And this could add extra support. That way I don't have sagging. I want to go ahead and sand this, that way it doesn't poke me in the future. These ropefish are so funny with these rocks. They just intertwine themselves into them. One's just ahead. Can see you, buddy. They do come out and about. You don't always sit in the rocks. And since I am bonding metal to wood, I had to make sure I got something that would do that. So I always keep that in mind when trying to glue things together, because not all glue and plastic and metal and wood will adhere together. Life feels a little weird doing this. Alright, that's glued down. Left room for my fingertips to get here. Let's push that back a little bit. And some space. I'll be opening it from here like this all the time. That's one. That's a big blob. I don't want that much in the corner. Piece number 2. And third piece. I can put my top on there. It should be level. Went ahead and supported that up underneath here with some angle brackets. I guess I might as well go ahead and glue the other top pieces on. I'm kind of debating that because, I mean, if something does happen to them, which I don't know what's going to happen to them, would want to be able to replace it easily. If I glue it down, then it's just, I'm going to have to remove it from there, restart, yada yada. But it's going to be hard to have connecting points as well. And from getting back there and moving that around to hooking up something that'll keep them together. Tricky. It could be super easy if I'm going to just glue it. Screw it. Going for it. Because I guess if something does happen to it, I'll just put a sticker over it or something. Or paint over it. We'll figure something out. There's a will, there's a way. That should be plenty for connection points. It's trying to gap here, so what I'll do is I'll get some tape, because I don't have a bar clamp long enough. I don't have money to go buy bar clamps either. They're not cheap. So we'll just get some tape, masking tape, blue tape. This tape. Now that that's good, I'm gonna take some of these, and boom, just like that. You can get mending plates too. Those work. All right, next step, I gotta make the wings for this slide out, glide out drawer. That way I get more space. Oh, this one's kind of stiff. Oh, there we go. Glide out, slide out drawer. Glide out, slide out, come on. Anyways, that'll do that. We gotta make one of those over here. Gotta make sure to leave room for the fridge swing here. Which I don't need it to swing all the way. Actually, I only need it to swing about, let's go about yay. It's about yay much. It'll give me extra space, mouse, keyboard, whatever. Because trying to keep it way up above you instead of like closer towards you, it can really mess your, like, talk about creating carpal tunnel. But before that, I've got to come out. I've got to finish this one last final coat. Well, 2 coats for the last side. All right, got them painted. Now I got to make the wings and then the actual like pull out here. So these both about 1 inch. And these are 3/4, so 2 of those. I'm gonna need 2 for a side, so that's 2.5 inches off. So that's 1.5 inches off plus another inch off. And I've got 29 until this hits to where, I mean, I can't really get into it. This is good enough for me. I'd rather have the dust space, to be honest. 26.5. Start cutting these. Oh no, I think he's dead. What the heck? Or he's just sitting there hunting and waiting for shrimp. Look at this guy. Hello? You alive? Check up on your buddy, dude. It's about time for a top off too. Man, that thing is playing dead. Hope he's alright. Alright, that guy scared me a little bit. I had to pour some water on him. That way he kind of got ruffled up a little bit. Gently. Good to see he's fine. They love to hang around this shrimp pile. I think they've eaten them all, but luckily I farm enough shrimp. You can snack them every once in a while. And time to give them their first top off. I haven't changed the water at all. I've had these guys in here for a couple months now. And yeah, topping them off. Now I could clean the glass a little bit. I got some diatoms, but that's just a simple scraping. That's all that is. Oh. They're alive. Look at the gills on that. It's huge. I think she got all the food. Alright, time to drill these pieces in. Get my drawer going. Drawer, desk, slide, glide thing, whatever you want to call it. Either way, square footage. I love these 4-foot lights as far as power supplies, which I'll put one up here for the stand and then one up underneath the desk here. I still got to get another one. I don't have it yet, but eventually I'll get it. Get a countersink bit that way. That way the screw head can go down flush, which means flat to the surface. And now get the runner on the bottom here, flush tape side. And these are full extension glides too, so you know how a drawer usually doesn't come out all the way, or may come out halfway or just a little bit. This pulls it out all the way. All right, got that piece in there, got the runner on it. The other side's on my desktop. And I got this fabricated, so I'm gonna put this on here, and then I can actually screw these up. And then I've actually got these on top of here because of the way that this is holding here. It actually has a gap from that, so that'll at least give me that gap to match this. That way it's not too off kilter and balanced. Voila! Ooh, it's gonna be nice. Check this out up underneath my desk. Around the desk I just built. This fucking worm, or this spider, it's kind of like a centipede. What the heck? Right, topping off time, which means we'll be running into things here. Went ahead and moved my Melanitania pygmea rainbow fish in here. Should be able to get them breeding and going in this 50-gallon low boy. It's got Daphne in there. Also about to take some of this pearlweed and put it up here with my Hyptolepterus self-in shiners. Because it's kind of hard to see, but there's one. There's actually a bunch of little babies all over the top of this. So they've been breeding in this rock pile, and this pearlweed will be great coverage for up here. Managed to grab a few Pagaia Village Chilnethania baby rainbows. They're just in a little 5-gallon here. Bunch of baby volcanoes next to them. All these things need to get moved. I know I keep saying it. One day it will. All right, time to get into the plumbing part. I've already got lots of parts. I got to organize, see what all I got, and just figure it all out, because there's a lot of parts and pieces. Which I got a few more here. We got a box full of valves up there, boxes full of valves on the tables, and then lots of these stainless steel mesh intakes here, ready to rock and roll. So get all my parts here and get that organized first and foremost. So I just got back from Home Depot getting some final parts, but they had screws. All these were for $1 a piece. I'm gonna have screws for freaking a while now. Of course, after I get a lot of things built, but man, look at all this. Each one of these were $1 a piece. I had to get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. This bag, probably 50 bucks. This bag, probably like 300 bucks. These things are not cheap. Got some 1/2-inch tubing and some 3/4-inch PEX tubing. This stuff is great for running plumbing. All right, real quick, go through the list of the products needed for this water change system. So we got 1/2-inch crimp rings. These are for PEX systems, not PEX A. It's actually PEX B. It doesn't say PEX B on the thing. Just watch out for the PEX A. You're not gonna use that. And then we've got 3/4-inch crimp rings. We've got the universal pipe clamps. These will do 1/2-inch and 3/4-inch there, as you can see. I got a few left from back from the old house and just what I've had. as well as the 1/2-inch tees. Gonna need those for the piping. Same with elbows, 1/2-inch elbows and tees for the 3/4 inch as well. And then these are the valves I use. Which these are kind of hard to find. These are for the overflows, the greenback valves, 1-inch. That's what I'm gonna hook up to the vinyl hose. This doesn't go to the PEX, this goes to the vinyl hose, which will be the outflow system, which is like this hose. This is the vinyl hose. This is PEX hose. This is the elbows and tees, which I will use for the outflow. And these are C35 black tees, 1/2-inch compression tees. And also C36 black elbow 1/2-inch compression. Now the valves for the PEX are these PEX locks I'm using, which I found a good deal on these. It's a plastic valve. They do got metal ones. I like the plastic ones. Since I'm doing so many, I've got a ton of them. And then the main tools, cut the pipes, and these crimp the rings. These are special PEX wrenches. And then this will be for the pump later, which I still got to get the pump, but I'm about to make next a whole bunch of these, at least 79, if not even more. I got it marked here from where I want it for a 20-gallon. So I'm gonna make a bunch of these, and then I'm gonna start putting these onto the tees and make a bunch of these. So it's just gonna get real repetitive. And I got my template piece there, and I just ran it down. All the way down. So on these mesh intakes, so I've actually got two different sizes. I got a smaller one and a bigger one. What size they are, I don't really know. Can't tell you. But this one, this will go into here, so in the outflow, things, big things don't get stuck in my pump. Then the bigger one will go on the end of the water that comes in. That way when it hits, it will splatter on the bottom of this, spreads it out. I can fill up a lot faster. And got these done. It's one whole 20-footer, which was that part. Now we gotta make this part. All right, got those done. 2 sticks of those, so 20-foot stick, 40-foot stick, 60 feet within just these 2 containers. And there's about 150 each in these. And I know I'm only got 79 tanks that I'm doing for the fry rack. Because why not? Might as well do it all now. I got it all out and ready to go. And these are the old valves. They're kind of hard to find these kind of valves anymore. I don't like the new ones they have. So I do have some like the old valve that I got. And I also got these. Ha! Look at the top of it. It's funny. And I always install these closed. That way I know they at least work when I turn them. Because I'd hate to get this far and then find out that there was something wrong with it. It's always best to close it and open it and close it back. Just get a feel of the valve. All right, I got my 1/2-inch tees. I got this piece. Got my valves. Got the long piece. And the rings to put it all together. Time to start making them happen. Fill that thing up. After the Friday night live stream and then eating, kind of ran out of time. I already got to edit this video, and then I'm going to get back into doing the plumbing stuff. So stay tuned next week. But this week coming up, we're going to be doing more of it. So thank you all for watching. Hitting that like button. Really appreciate it. Till next time, everybody. Peace. Have a great one. LRV After Hours.